Alright, good day and welcome. Okay, my greasy fat slimy raccoon is coming along. Still got daylight, not too bad, but it is getting dark in here. I finally, okay, this is my fleshing. I know it looks pretty gross. So your dull side, sometimes when your dull side's just a little bit too sharp for, like, say, like around the underarms and stuff like that, and the chest and all that, you can go to something else. This is the sharp side. You see the bevel there, the sharp side. Bevel's always to you, and that's the dull side. But sometimes the dull side is still too sharp. So I got this thing. Weber makes it, or whoever makes it. But anyway, this thing seems to pull the fat down pretty good, and it's dull. And just to get you started really good and well. Now on animals where the pelt can really singe easy, like otters and mink and marten, that kind of pulling might be a bad idea because it might singe the hairs on the other side. But on a raccoon or a beaver, well, beaver probably wouldn't be this forgivable, but this is a nice tool around the legs anyway. I never really got a chance to really use it, but as I can see here, your risk of putting holes is a lot less, and just go until it gets into that zone where you just can't get through it. But like the belly and stuff like that, where it's more gentle, you might be better off to do that. And it's actually faster because you're not as paranoid. Doesn't mean you can't put a hole in it, but yeah, that works really nice right on the belly there. Yeah. I wish everything was this fast too. That's the thing, like, you need to be able to get going on it so that you're not. Been at it for a little while now, but you will get going on it so that you're not, at it all day, especially if you catch a lot of fur. So anyway, I'm pretty much done the first leg, coming down the belly. Now on a female, there's usually nipples, so watch out for the nipples. And that sliding action there, gotta watch out for that. This is working better than the knife, I think. Mind you, this coon is been thawing out all day, so he's pretty gummy. Pretty gummy and gross. And the legs, I'm not going to say that's a nick, but you gotta be careful with this too. So I'm just going to hold the leg up a bit. Go down the belly. Ew. Don't want a tail. This is extremely gross. Very greasy animal. Very greasy animal. But this is working very nicely. I was just going to do a quick demonstration, but if it's going to go like this. And this is also a good cleanup tool, like after you're done fleshing. Get all the light stuff out of there. But pretty much all the stuff around the leg's pretty soft, so it'll just pull off. And then once it starts getting tough again, you can go back to the knife. Push it off. It's all work. There's no free lunch. I think that's a nipple there, so be careful. Just keep cleaning as you go. It's like with a raccoon, it's like you take off like some of the. I'm not pushing really hard on this. I'm just, just going moderate. And I got the leg through the socket here, so sometimes going cross on them might help. But this is the tool. You can even use the edge here, maybe in some areas. The idea is to flesh it well, so the cleaner it is, the quicker it'll dry. And not only that, that area there, I'll probably go over with the knife. Now I can go back to the knife. But yeah, you take some off. And every scrape you take off some, you bring some back on because the stuff's just messy and gets all over the place. So I get back to so I'll start right where I went over, just to do another cleaning. Come down with my knife and take all that off. That's good. I think I just found my new favorite fleshing knife. I went for raccoons. There we go. It's just a scraper. Go gentle. Get a hole started with this side of the knife. And my beaver, I washed them, and it looks like all the blood came out, so I'm very happy. Again, see how that, put it back in the bait pail. Come down again. Now, anywhere you got meat and stuff like that, you'll probably have to use the knife here and get underneath it. The back's a little tougher, so let's see how it works on the back. Yeah, I'm all excited now. It's like, did I find a faster way to do something? I'll start off the top here just to keep it clean. Get that extra clean on there. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reposition the legs. Go to the other leg. And, oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. That looks good. So I'd like to be able to spend an extra like little cleanup time. So I'm going to get the leg. It doesn't have to be centered. In fact, you're going to probably hold some of that like, oh, like, bleh. Because the legs are going to be tied up or cut off. Not sure which way I'm going to go with it. A few different methods here, but anyway, I'm going to start up here. The leg, get that stuff, and just pull that off if I can. If you have to use the knife to get it started, use the knife. And then, yeah, so see how it works on the meat. Well, it takes the fat off pretty good. Get all that off the raccoon. Just because I got to get it off the raccoon doesn't mean I have to put it on me. You got stuff flying everywhere. Again, the clothes you wear, it's going to be clothes. These clothes are going to be like really done by the end of the season. So, okay, so yeah, so that side will require the knife, but this side where it will be almost under the belly. Just get that. Oh yeah, that works so good. There we go. And you put a little bit of pressure on it, not so much that you're going to damage the hairs on the other side. You're not trying to create any friction or heat, right? So come down where there we go. So this will save me a little bit of time. And in the delicate areas, you don't have to worry about ripping through cutting through as much. Well, if this sheet of plywood doesn't get used for beaver, whatever it gets used for is going to smell really bad in the spring. Yeah, there you go. So this is a different method of fleshing. Get all that. Might have to get the knife on it. Get the worst stuff off and then go over with the knife again. Give it a little cleanup. It's coming. Ah, yeah, there we go. It's just cold enough where it's gumming up, just enough to make it reasonable to come off. Okay. Just be careful on the sliding if it slides sideways on you. Okay, I think I'm on the belly there where the nipples are, so you got to be careful. Yeah, pull that all off. And that's what we want. Then go over it, clean it up with the knife after, make it look really good. That's decent. I like that. All the fat and grease. Yeah, all that fat and grease. And you can eat raccoons. You got to boil them about 3 or 4 times. The beaver meat, I was going to keep I cut off a couple of chunks for my dog. Gave her some last night. She was very happy about that. The raccoons I won't give my dog any because raccoons are the worst for carrying diseases. So they're, yeah, grab all that. Yeah, keep that from going onto the guard for. Yeah. I wish everything fleshed this easy. It's probably the quickest I've been doing a raccoon, so how am I doing that? 9 minutes? Not bad there. All out there, so. Oof, raccoon fat bait. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go over this with the knife after, just to get the worst of it. Wow, that's oh, where's that dirt go? Oh, I should have wiped the board down. No, it's almost perfect. I don't want dirt on there. I want a perfect belt. I want my belt to be perfect. But I guess you can't always get what you want. No dirt on the belt. It's a perfect belt. So the beaver, yeah, I opted not because I realized that it never froze when I caught it. So I must have caught it like a few hours before I got there. It wasn't froze on the inside, wasn't froze on the outside. And I left it. I brought it in the house and I left it in the house overnight. And I thought, wait a minute, you know, if you're going to eat the thing, you really want to do it within probably. Oh my goodness. Like I say, you take some off, you put some back on. It's the tail I'm really worried about. Not worried, but I just really want to keep that grease and fat and all that stuff off of it as much as possible. So just, yeah. Take it right off. That way your pelts aren't getting all dirty. Was going so good. Then it became wipe time. When you do these meatlets there, just be careful when you wipe because like I say, that stuff just flies everywhere. His fat's kind of stringy. But yeah, so if you're going to eat the game or anything like that, you got to eat it when it's kind of fresh. You know what I mean? Like,